Hey, what's up, guys? Raider Nation Cali here. I'm gonna do another video for you guys here, real quick. Only this time, it's not gonna be on a fragrance. It's gonna be on a liniment. If you got sore muscles, aches, and pains, things like that. This is called boxing liniment, and it's only made in Thailand. Comes in different sizes. This is a medium size, but they have a smaller one and a bigger one, and it's pretty strong stuff. As you can see, it has 31% of menthol and 1% of another menthol, but the one on top is a strong one. But anyway, it tells you there it's for muscles, muscular pains, bruises, sprains, spasms, everything, man, everything. And you know what? This was actually invented for the Thai boxers in Thailand. Now, the Thai boxers will put this all over their body before they get ready to go for a fight, and that loosens them up and it warms them up. And at the same time, they can't get grabbed because their bodies become slick. So with the sweat, you know what, this thing get soaks into your pores, right? But then as you start sweating during the fight, starts releasing out of your pores. So throughout the fight, they can't get grabbed. They can't, punches will slick them off their face and everything. Because these guys put it everywhere, from head to toe, you know, at least from their neck down, from what I've seen. But yeah, so mainly use it to warm, so to prevent injuries, and then afterwards, if they have injuries, to relieve injuries. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys an interesting story. Uh, it's a Sylvester Stallone story that I heard, and it happened back in 2013 when they were filming the movie Grudge Match. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that movie Grudge Match, but there was an actor in it named John Berthal. He's a good actor. You've probably seen him on the Netflix series The Punisher. He's the one that plays the Punisher. He's done a lot of movies. Um, he's I don't want to say he's an up and coming actor because he's already pretty established, but not superstardom yet. But he could easily be there now. I mean, I'm a fan, so I watch everything that he films and stuff. But anyway, he was like a supporting actor in Grudge Match. That's the movie with Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, long story short, he got done filming his scenes for the movie, and so he kind of did an emergency flight back home because he was about to have a baby, right? And actually, when he got there back home, the baby was born, and so naturally you want to spend time with your new child, right? Well, he doesn't get to spend too much time because apparently Stallone's people reached out to him and said, "Hey, you need to come back. You know, Stallone's ready to spar with you. He's in the ring already." Blah blah blah. So he's like, "What? I mean, I just had a kid and blah." Blah. So anyway, he flies back and he takes this stuff with him in his duffel bag, right? In his bag with all his equipment, whatever. And Stallone wanted to spar with him because he had heard this guy like to box here and there, and he had some boxing experience, right? And so I guess maybe Stallone wanted to try him out in the ring. So anyway, Stallone's over there, warming up, whatever, and this is keep in mind this is Stallone's own personal gym, right? And so John Bernthal starts, warming up, starts punching the heavy bag, right? And I am thinking that from the corner of his eye, Stallone saw that this guy could box just from seeing him punch the heavy bag, right? That Stallone ends up going to the back and never comes out. And so John's like, "Hey man, where's Stallone? Are we gonna spar? Are we gonna do this or what?" Well, one of Stallone's spokespersons comes out and tells him, "Nah, man, never mind. Uh, you know, Stallone's not gonna spar you after all." And so he's like, "What? I flew all the way over here, you know, from spending time with my newborn kid to spar, and now he don't want to spar." And so he goes back into his bag or whatever. He's looking for this liniment, right? And it's missing. He goes, "Hey, what the heck?" And so he goes and approaches the spokesperson. He goes, "Hey, man, did you go into my bag?" And he told him, "Yeah." He goes, "I got your liniment, and I gave it to Stallone. Stallone, his hurt was aching, so he used your liniment, and actually he liked it so much that he's gonna go ahead and keep it. And he's like, what? He goes, first of all, you went into my bag, didn't ask me for permission, and now Stallone's keeping my boxing liniment, and he didn't even ask me, So he was kind of ticked off. So Stallone comes out, with that little hat and little suit, whatever, and just passes right by him and walks outside the gym or whatever. So John Berthal's a little bit of a hothead, right? And he's like, hell no. So he went and followed him outside, and he goes, hey man, you got my boxing liniment? He's like, oh yeah, that's good stuff, thanks. And he's like, what do you mean thanks? I didn't even give it to you, and I don't even appreciate you guys going into my bag. And he goes, what do you mean? I let you box in my gym. Stallone thought because he let him box in the gym, it was like a privilege. So it was like a fair trade or a fair exchange. And he's like, oh, well, if you want your liniment so bad, here. And he's like, nah, it's not even about the liniment. And he was like, it's the principle, man. Like, it's my stuff. You could just ask me. I would have let you have the freaking liniment. He goes, it's not about the liniment. He goes, it's the principle behind it, man. So so I guess the first time he met Stallone, it wasn't a nice impression that he got from him. But he says, I guess long story short, they're cool now, whatever, and everything's water under the bridge. But he said that first impression, he didn't think Stallone liked him after that. But I don't think he got the best impression of Stallone either. But as time went on, I guess maybe they've been working since then together and other stuff or whatever, or seen each other, and so they're okay now. But anyway, that's a little story about this. Stallone liked it so much that he just he decided to just make it his own. He loved it so much that he didn't even ask for if he could have it. He just took it. So this stuff works, guys. You can find it anywhere, Amazon, eBay. Just look around, but it's good stuff. All right. Peace out, guys.